What's the best part about being an entrepreneur?
For me, the best part about being an entrepreneur is
Welcome everybody to Startup Oasis. My name is Rob and this is Matt. We're the co-hosts for tonight. We'll have about 10 to 12 founders pitch tonight. It's going to be a strict 3-minute cutoff. Choose which breakout room after the pitches to join. And that's where you can have deeper discussions with the founders about their business or their ideas. So if you came here to join a startup, that will be the time to do that. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to have Ben with filmassistant.io to come up.
Okay. Show of hands. Everybody here, if you're tired of hearing AI pitches, I want you to raise your hand. All right, that's good. Because nothing's changing tonight, another AI pitch. So in the next 3 minutes, you're going to hear part of a rant, part of a pitch, and hopefully by the end, you'll have a more optimistic view of AI as it pertains to creative professions, specifically filmmaking, which is what my project is going after. So despite,
Hold the mic to your mouth.
Okay, sorry. Obviously, there's a lot of talented people in this room, but I think everybody here knows one thing, that to get good at anything, you have to bust your ass, right? And busting your ass is really just getting experience, right? And preferably, that would be meaningful experience. And despite common perceptions, art forms are no different. They're a craft. And so is filmmaking. And that's what my app, filmassistant.io, is made to assist with. So as someone who's been involved in film on a university level, produced numerous short films, been involved in an independent feature film, I can say with certainty, creative malaise and writer's block is one of the biggest forces that's holding back a lot of aspiring filmmakers. A lot of these aspiring filmmakers want to go out, work in creative roles. However, they go on these programs and the experience that you get through either your own work or being involved in a program is mainly leaving you with a strong foundation in film knowledge, but not necessarily the tools that you need to go out and get a job or have people invest in a project that you want to work on. And a lot of times when you're in these programs, you have, 3-minute short films you make. And if you're really pushing yourself outside of that, you work and attempt to do a longer, more invested project. But a lot of times those people, they are waiting for ideas to come to them. And that kind of leaves you lacking the meaningful experience that you need to go out and make your projects. It would be the equivalent of if a computer science degree was reading lines of code for 4 years, and at the end to graduate, all you had to do was write a print statement that was "Hello World." So you've mastered the theory, but you've never actually programmed. In the case of film, and in the case of film and film school, you've mastered film theory, but you've never actually gone through the challenge of producing a film from start to finish, which is the busting your ass part. That's the meaningful experience. And that is really what filmassistant.io is about getting. Those filmmakers that struggle to make films, they want to make films at the end of the day. And what we are trying to do is put a tool in the hands of aspiring filmmakers to break through that wall and not wait. And okay, sorry.
You saw you could finish with your biggest need.
Okay, biggest need. I'm just looking for feedback. It's a screenwriting tool to help filmmakers bounce ideas off, and from start to finish, you can start with an outline. You can get to character development, and then in that same app, you can also develop a script, sourcing it. So
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is my biggest social network. Here I am. So let me begin by asking you a question. How many of you have made friends, say, in the last 2-3 years? You're all old, right? 24, 25, 30? You all made new friends? Okay, then you're all very socially active. That's exciting. So I'm Apurva, and I'm a software developer. I work for a company here in Atlanta. And And I'm also an immigrant. I did my master's here in Georgia State. And today, my idea is that all of us have used dating apps, all of us here have used friendship apps, and a lot of other things. But in real, as adults, we all struggle to make friends, don't we? I mean, most of our interactions are very transactional or maybe work based. And if you're married, that's a whole different story. Like, who are you hanging out with? Neighbors? They're not friends. So, anyways, so next up is my solution to a lot of things, especially to immigrants in different countries, US, UK, Canada, Australia, anywhere, because we have different interests than all of you do. Maybe you want to go hiking. My physical health is horrible. I don't want to go hiking. I'm not making friends. So I have different interests, absolutely. And I'm extremely social, but also I have a little social anxiety like this with groups. But I have a lot of friends and I don't match my interests with my friends. I want to try something new and all of them just want to watch a movie or just stay back home. And it's so hard for me to, you don't door knock here and make friends, do we? We don't. So how am I meeting people with similar interests? What is my go-to? It's so funny that I found this event in Meetup and I'm talking about an app that's like a spin-off from Meetup. Don't tell them, but so yeah. So next up is our idea and solution to a lot of things, honestly, because if you're on dating apps, it's very biased towards women. If you're a woman, you'll get matches, you get to meet people. But for men, it's a nightmare. And you put pictures. It's very biased, guys. Right. So you want to make Reddit, you want to make Twitter, you want to make any other app out there, but everything has, limited functionalities. So next up is bringing together a lot of things in one place. And tonight, my target persona is all of you. Anybody between 18 to 50? I don't know, but all of you can try it out. So, and my biggest need tonight is funding because I already put in a lot of money and I'm broke, honestly. My money goes into other things. And I really see the investors. I hope you see me too. And we can all make money together. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you.
All right, how's it going, my people? My name is Corey Reese, and I am the founder of Immersive Exposure, the first hands-on learning platform that uses virtual and mixed reality to put users in the room with real experts from anywhere in the world. I've taught photography to over 56,000 students globally, and that experience made one thing clear. Online learning fails when it comes to building real mastery, especially in creative hands-on fields. Online platforms like Masterclass, Creative Live, and even YouTube offer access to expert knowledge. But most still struggle to apply when it comes to real world actual uses of that. Photography is like any other creative skill. You have to feel it, not just watch it. Immersive Exposure brings that feeling back. We film expert instructors in 3D and volumetric 4D, creating immersive workshops where you can step inside the lesson, not just watch it. Users follow along using real equipment, get instant AI-powered feedback, practice skills in real time, and it's almost as if a mentor is in the room with you. We're starting with aspiring photographers and active photographers who want to do more than just passive learning. They're looking for mentorship, community, skill building they can feel. And in our early testing, we're seeing something super cool. Users that's showing up, they're not just trying to go pro. We have people that are showing up as a sense just for a creative release, as well as just to capture life better, like the new parents learning to just take better photos of their child. We're currently raising our WeFunder, $2 million goal to accelerate growth. We're building the best immersive catalog with content with top experts, and this positions us for potential acquisition by major tech players. Because when you think about it, Meta, your Googles, and your Apple, they're spending billions of dollars to build the infrastructure, but we're building a catalog that makes that useful. So when you think about having a TV with no content, so that's why we are going to be super powerful in that. So this is not just a photography tool. We're expanding into other creative areas like cooking, painting, martial arts, and more. This vision is to build a category-defining catalog that's for the spatial computing area. We're looking for strategic partners. So if you have experience in AI, AR, VR, computer vision, XR user experience, and sales, and that's what we're looking for. So now enough talking, let's get into it. So if you look underneath your chair, you'll see nothing. But if you join me in the breakout room, we'll be able to try it out. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm taking this is Ricardo, if you didn't already hear that. The name of our business we haven't come up with quite yet, but it's basically personal stylist using AI. My background, I've been a model. I love fashion. I've been in there forever, and I've been trying to figure out a way to actually make money outside of just styling and content and things of that nature. So we came up with an idea to create an app that would kind of not actually put me in a physical realm, but allow me to tap into my clients and people that are interested in fashion without actually physically having to be there all the time.
And who I am, Ricardo Sewell. I've been in the industry for about 20 years in IT. Done about 4 different startups in Atlanta. A couple of them, one of them in this building. I won't say the name of it because I don't think I can. But my goal here is to help build a company. On the technical side, from a technical point of view, the goal is to use our application to use machine learning with a little bit of AI magic and help it actually take a picture of somebody, either it be a photo or a short video, use an algorithm through hopefully a model that I'm working on right now that will take that and give you true measurement. That's one of the biggest issues that we have. You go to this website, you try on glasses, you try on hats, you look like a weird caricature, it doesn't fit right, it looks weird. But the goal is not only to have a photo, we want real-time imaging of yourself where you're moving, you're flowing, you're wearing a Burberry jacket. You can see it, you can buy it, and we can integrate with those vendors. So where I come is the tech side. Tiffany's been in the fashion industry for over 20 years. That's where she comes in. And then the other part of this is why it matters is there's a lot of things in AI right now. I actually work at a current company. I'm an IT director. I'm still a W-2 employee right now as well as investing, which is a lot of work. But we also work in AI on a video game. I think I can talk about it. I work at that game company. I don't know, it's not a secret. But we have some internal tools that we use, and AI is everywhere. The problem is these models are really smart, but they're not very specialized. So there's still plenty of room to make wrappers on top of these things because these big companies won't take the time to do it because they don't want to, because they make more money paying, billing you for API calls.
So basically, our website will be able to measure you using the AI. It'll get your accurate sizing. It'll take a picture of you. And what the special part about it is we want to be able to integrate the websites to come into the app to physically take a shirt and put it on your physical body so you can see if it'll look better. So we can minimize having to return things, having to buy things that doesn't work for our bodies. This works for literally everybody because everybody has on a shirt. See, pagans, fashion is for everybody.
And the last part, why we're here. So this is an idea. It's Tiffany's idea. I'm here to help facilitate it because I've built a lot of companies, and my personal view is making an app is super easy. Building a company is super hard. Hiring employees, firing people sucks. But our main ask here, we're looking for anybody that's in the realm of computer vision, UX designers, wearable tech, which is actually kind of rare nowadays for some reason, and then also anybody with backend development experience with Python.
All right. Well, thank you. My name is Alex Slinnen, and I'm a product guy. So I've worked in product management and development for over 12 years. I've grown products from 0 to 1, products that are used today by millions of customers and are driving billions of dollars of revenue. So that's my background. My app is around professional networking. So what do I mean by that? We're currently in one of the worst job markets that this country has seen in over 20 years. And guess what? Applying to jobs on LinkedIn is probably not going to work out for you if you want a great job. Professional networking is more important than ever. But most people hate professional networking. So I'm not going to do the raise your hand if you love networking and going to a room full of strangers and reaching out to people you don't know. But I've talked to a lot of people. I've done surveys. I'm guessing at least half of you, it's not the thing that you would put higher on your list of things to do, right? And most people don't know how to do it, but it is a learned skill. And it's something right now that's very ambiguous. It's very nebulous. Some people are great at it. So what does my app do? So the idea with my app is really a mix if you think of something like a Salesforce CRM. So networking is a little bit like sales, right? Something that helps you manage your network and mix that with purposeful gamification. I don't like the term gamification because I think it's gotten a little twisted what that means, but think about something like Duolingo. If anybody has used an app like Duolingo or a lot of education apps that help to encourage you to keep going, right? So it's a bit of a blend of those two things to help people that maybe don't like networking, maybe don't know how to do it, maybe you need to get a little more motivated to get going, but then also ultimately manage the network, because it's one thing to reach out to people, but if any of you are good networkers, it's one thing to talk to someone, it's one thing and it's another thing 3 months from now, hey, I talked to that person, do I even remember them? What am I going to do to reach out again? What would be meaningful there? So that's the idea. So where am I at right now? I built an MVP. I'm not a coder, but I built an MVP. It's a web app right now. I got some users to test it. I've done the product discovery. I've done product interviews with those users. I have the initial round of feedback. And so what I need is, first of all, I want some co-founders. It's a little bit lonely doing this by myself. So really looking for maybe 1 or 2 people. Ideally, at least one person that's technical, so they can help me really take it to the next level and add some of these elements that would be very difficult for me to do. AI coding and vibe coding is great, but I've probably reached about the limit of what I can do there. And then, just so technical co-founder ideally, and we have one other co-founder to really just have someone else to bounce ideas off of and try to build this thing and try to build MVP version 2.0 that has more of those features that will really validate whether there's something here.
Hey, this is Prashant from Bullrun. I'm a repeat founder. This is my 3rd business here in fintech. Bullrun is simply an AI-based platform where you can research your trading ideas. If you're into stocks, this is for you. If you're not, start doing it. Retail investors lose more than $3,000 per year on flop trades. They also waste a lot of time, roughly weekly, 8 to 12 hours, just trying to research to buy or sell a specific stock, for example, NVIDIA. Just to give a insight on it. So this info overload is their number one problem. This is exhausting. It's costing a lot of money. This is where Bullrun solves it. We use agentic AI to simply use the platform to sort of create a simulator for speculating or to understand how you can sort of, if you buy the stock today, right now, what's going to happen in a few days, something like that. So you can ask simply on Bullrun right now, why did NVIDIA drop? And you can get charts, predictions, and sentiments in simple, plain English. No jargon, no financial advisor stuff, just simple English. Let the AI agents do the work for you. The target market is 100 million everyday investors. With a freemium model, you can now start free. The product's actually live and running. I'll get to it. Let's say I want to use Bullrun today. We have a web app and a mobile app that you can check out. We've developed 4 agentic AI agents using Google's ADK, Agent Development Kit. We're using multi-agent AI architecture to analyze hundreds of indicators. For example, your trading charts, patterns, live news, sentiments, every single thing. And you can create custom charts, custom graphs just for your analysis. We're a team of 4 into fintech, ML, and software engineering. What I'm looking for right now is mentors, fundraising, and people, B2B financial companies who we can lease our AI agents to so that we can work with them. We launched out of Hackathletics 2025 in Feb in Georgia Tech after we won it for the best generative AI track. We developed our platform all in-house for 1 month and scaled it to 200 plus users who've analyzed for 400 assets. I won't take more time. In short, this is what Bullrun does right now. So our product uses intelligence agents, agentic AI, to explain stock movements in plain English. You can track sentiments from news, social media, and other forums. You can detect patterns and try to figure out what's going to happen in the future. You can actually copy live politicians, for example, Nancy Pelosi, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You can copy their filings and then just replicate it and make your own portfolio. You can customize and recommend tax saving strategies. And you can also analyze portfolios, and the product's actually live. Okay, sorry. Let's get to it. The product's actually live right now. bullrunai.app. It's open. It's free. Get to it. Get dirty. We'll love your feedback. I'll see you in the breakout room. Thank you.
I'm Jay's Fortune, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Stitch Social. Today, I am going to talk about what I've been doing over the last 2 years. Pretty much, we are a breakout social media platform that's looking to launch beta within the next 2 weeks. Right now we have 1,000 on our wait list. It has been a long process. I must admit, this wasn't something that I thought was going to be overnight, but I knew it was going to be hard, but not this hard. It's a hard thing to do. I can relate to what you're going through. So right now on Stitch Social, we're looking to overtake social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok for sure. Our biggest thing right now is that social media is broken. How we connect is broken. Everything about social media is algorithmic. We want to bring back authenticity when it comes to connecting. One thing about it, it's the first time I've been out and had a speech in 2 years. Everything I do is behind a Zoom call. I really don't get to feel how people feel when you're pitching, but this right here feels good. It feels amazing. And that's how I want Stitch to feel. I want Stitch to feel as if you're in a room full of people and you're really connected. Because one thing about it for sure, algorithms are pushing toxicity across the board. Every time I turn on my X, there's some half-naked person on it, if not fully. My daughter uses social media. My wife's grandkids use social media. I'm gonna call them my grandkids too. I'm not that old, but you know. Anyways, they use social media, and it's come to a point where we have to do something. Something has to be done. What Stitch Social is trying to do is bring back, I'm going to use the other guys. I'm not going to say just gamified. It is something that is going to bring fun back. Bring back the Yahoo days and the, See, we got some people here that knows what I'm talking about. See, right now, only people I know for sure that's on social media are people dancing, which is nothing wrong with that. But where's the real voice of social media? Where is the place where we could actually be ourselves and actually have real communication? Shadow banning on social media is common. I'm shadow banned and don't even know why. I post something and go to 2 people, but I have 10,000 followers. How is that? I have 10,000 followers on TikTok, but I get 2 likes. Shadow banned. We're not looking to do that here. Our biggest ask right now is that we're looking to roll out beta. We're looking for financing to help us on the Amazon Web Services to make sure we can support the amount of users that we're going to be coming into. And we also need help with development. I have one developer, he's amazing, but we've gotten to the point now where we're going to be needing some help. So if you're interested, see you in the breakout room. How's that one?
Right. My name is Oral Gooden. I'm the founder and CEO of SwitchTech Corporation. We're a small alternative energy company in Atlanta, and we're introducing an entire new energy form. An entirely new way of generating electricity. We are using battery power to drive the electrical generation process. And we have received a patent for that new technology. And we have been working on our prototype, which shows remarkable progress that this technology is realizable. This process presents an opportunity for all of us to utterly eliminate the carbon pollution problem behind global warming, 237,000 children dying from respiratory challenges like asthma, bronchitis, and a whole slew of others. That is particularly dear to me. My granddaughter survived that situation. So we have decided to do our bit to alleviate this problem. And you could learn more at our website, www.swishtech.zone, and learn of what we're doing with energy generation in the future. By the way, we just learned that this process is 58% more efficient than anything else we have on the planet. We've also just learned that this process, we call it mechanizing energy generation. It also creates a portent into self-sustainable energy access. We can finally go to Mars. Thank you guys. That's all I have to say.
So the last time I came up here, I was pitching for an app where we had a mixture of travel and language learning aspects within this app. But we want to hone in more on the traveling aspect. So what we're looking for is fairly simple. We want feedback. Anybody that's a traveler, let it be backpacker, for business, anybody, if traveling is a part of your repertoire, definitely allow us to have a bit of your time. This is our breakout room right fast, and let us know any pain points that you guys come across that we could help you guys with for the product we're trying to develop. And that's really it.
What does it do?
Well, it's end to end. It's supposed to be end to end. Well, who asked that one? Oh, it's end to end traveling. So it's supposed to help you with your itinerary from booking, being able to navigate, and all the way to from before you leave to when you get back home.
And so I have a security company, and we have an anti-ransomware solution. I think everyone is approaching the problem sort of incorrectly. They're looking for intention. So every time an application launches, they're looking for intention. Is it malicious? Is it an okay app? And it becomes a cat and mouse game, right? Everyone's still getting hit by ransomware. I've been in cybersecurity for 25 years. I've been dealing with ransomware specifically for the last 10, and it's not getting any better. It's really probably only getting worse. So what we do is anti-ransomware, and we're data-centric. So we're just looking at data, because at the end of the day, attackers are after your data. That's what they try to encrypt. So we look at that as if there's any malicious encryption of your data, we shut it down immediately. We kill processes, we block IP addresses, suspend the compromised user accounts. And so that's basically the product. So it's a different approach to ransomware that gets us out of the whole cat and mouse game with attackers all the time. It's B2B. What am I missing? And so biggest need is we need a lot. We need developers. We've got 2 and maybe a half developer. So developers be good. DevOps, we're all cloud-based. It's all SaaS platform. So marketing, if there's any marketing people out there, we'd love to put new content and social and all that kind of stuff. So really anyone that can contribute would be great. And we already have our MVP out. We're in deployed at a handful of customers already. So we're kind of up and operational. So I think that's it.
Hello, everyone. So before going into my business idea, I just want to ask you a question. How many of you faced challenges to secure a job in initial days of your career? Everyone, right? And being an immigrant, it's really hard for me to secure a job as well. After meeting so many people, applying so many jobs, after doing a bunch of networking events, I got a referral to get an intern. And it's not easy to get a job. You know why? Because of sponsorship or because of lack of experience. So I need to create ideas or create an opportunity for myself to build a bridge to get into the company. I found few gaps with the business and technology, and I created myself an opportunity. And my company is ready to sponsorship now. So I'm Meghana, and my business is about finding gaps in the business and technology and providing solutions to that. And my background is I'm AI and automation developer. The problems we solve is, how many of you are interested to learn a concept by watching to us video? Is everyone interested to watch a video? Seriously? Oh my God. It's a real shock for me because I'm not into content watching, because I like to go and read books, or sometimes I go with AI that summarizes the text for me. So not everyone is everyone is concentrated, like sitting idle for much amount of time. And we want to get a solution where it summarizes the concept, and based upon the user's level of understanding, AI generate a strategy itself. Based on how you answer, we ask few questions, and based on how you answer, what you answer, we determine your level of understanding about the technology, and based on your proficiency, we generate strategy. And also we got small business use cases from small business users. How they want to fit their technology in the business. Like if you want to build websites, if you want to create automation, and if you want to create job forms to connect with the customers and all this stuff. And there are developers who are looking for experience. And small business users can mention the price, and developers can bid the price by providing the project templates or building a small MVP. So whoever goes in, they get the project. And they can use this as a real-time experience in the problem they're solving. And they can show this to the recruiters and readers. So our main motto is learn, implement, develop, deploy.
And our target customers are graduates and people who are looking for a job, a recent and our biggest need is funders. We created our MVP product, and whoever interested, please explore our MVP. And we are also looking for some kind of a developers with AI and UX. Thank you.
It's 2025. Between the internet, smartphones, and AI, students have access to more information now than they ever have before. Yet, test scores, achievement, and understanding continues to decline. Why?
I'm Lee Allen.
And I'm Mia Allen. We're both educators, and together we founded our company, Endless Feedback. And today we're going to tell you how we're going to fix this broken system.
I want you to think back to your high school geometry class, learning SOHCAHTOA maybe. You had a couple quizzes, a test. That information is siloed, never to be seen or reviewed again until you get to a midterm or final, and then everybody's forgotten and everybody's confused on, we knew this months ago. That is not how learning works. We typically in education cram and then dump the memory and it's gone. Students are falling behind and teachers are burning out. And that is what we are passionate about fixing. Oops, there's a slide. Our solution, we have created an auto-generated cumulative assessment system where we spiral learning that's adaptive based on the classes for teachers and students. It identifies the lowest performing topics for students in an aggregate sense of a class, the highest performing, the least recently seen, and it recycles those into formative assessments so that students can get real-time feedback. Teachers don't have to spend a lot of time grading, and students are actually able to retain and learn the information at an appropriate pace. We use an algorithm to identify the level of difficulty of the questions in order to make sure it's appropriate for the students. Did I miss anything there?
You can go.
Our results. We have a working product. We've implemented our system and our training in a few schools across the state. Every single place in our own classrooms and then other classrooms has had incredible growth. Our own classrooms, we are the top performing public high school in the state of Georgia for Algebra 1 achievement. We've taken a school that had 13% proficiency in Algebra 1, which is where they're expected to be at grade level, and within 1 year, they were over 40%, tripling their proficiency. We've had incredible growth across all demographic areas and need for students. The market, 46,000 public schools, 6 through 12. That's where we're at right now. Where we believe we can capture in the next 3 to 5 years is a 1.4 million serviceable market, which is 0.2% of the total available market. Okay. Our ask is we are looking for technical co-founders to help us with experience in ed tech, angel investors, and seeking a $200,000 safe investment in order to help us scale and grow and improve our product from where it is right now.
We currently have a very clunky but working MVP, but we would love some feedback. We have a handout, and we'd love to talk to some people that would want to stop by and are passionate about education. Thank you.